Is audible for everyone, right? So before going to start today's session, I can give the summary of previous session. So in the previous session, we discussed about like what is AEM, which means like we discussed about definitions of what is AEM and what is author instance, and we discussed about what is publish instance, and we discussed about what is replication agent, and we discussed about what is reverse replication agent, and we discussed about next I would say component creation and its properties, and we discussed about how to create component process, how to create component. Okay, so this is the summary which we discussed in the last session. What is AEM, what is author instance, what is publish instance, and what is replication agent, what is reverse replication agent, and what is component and its important properties, and how to create component. Okay, and we discussed about types of components as well. Types of, there are three types we have. First one is core components, second one is proxy components, and third one is custom components. There are three types of components: core components, proxy components, and custom components. And we are discussing about the custom components. And how many ways we can create the custom component? There are two ways to create the custom component. There are two ways to create the custom component, guys. There are two ways to create the custom component. What are the two ways? First one is using CRXTE is the one way. Second one is using code base, also called as using content.xml. Okay, now the question is, what is content.xml? What is the purpose of content.xml? So I hope you guys are already aware of HTML, right? So HTML basically, which will everything you can design by using HTML is the markup language where you can design the all the whatever the scene, the website, that you can design by using front-end technologies. So HTML is generally for presentation, and XML is also nothing but HTML, extension of markup language. Okay, so XML is nothing but HTML only, but it is the advanced compared to HTML. This is the advanced, which means this is the extensible markup language. Okay, now what is the importance of content.xml, and what is the need of content.xml in media? So generally, in our case, our mother language might be Telugu, might be Kannada, okay, might be English. These all are our mother languages. The same way, AM also have the mother language, that is content.xml. Because generally, what I would say, so everything we will be mentioned in the format of nodes and its properties, and that can be easily understandable by the EM tool. AIM is the tool where we will use backend as the Java. Okay, all the dependencies required for our project, everything we will be write in the content.xml. So AEM tool can easily able to understand whatever the things, the node structure and all you written in this file, that it can be easily able to understand. That it can be easily able to understand. So here the thing is important of dot content.xml. Importance of dot content.xml. In dot content.xml, everything we will be we will be mention in the format of notes. In the format of notes. So generally, how HTML elements will be. For example, if you want to write any content, div, you can write some content, and you can close the div tag. ఎవరు లేరు. Yeah, this is the HTML element, and where in case of dot HTML element, whatever, for example, if you want to store some data of Raju, so you can close the Raju like this, and then in middle you can write some content on top. So that what actually today we are going to do. So in the last session we created the component using CRFT, and today's session we are going to create the component using .content.xml, also called as code base. Today's session we are going to create the component using code base. So already everybody, you guys already have project, right? So in my case, my project is, there is August batch project, right? This is the August batch project. So I'm going to inside of my project, and this is my code base. Okay. So where actually all components are available, UI apps. So simply I'm going with the UI apps and SRC main and apps August batch and component. So these all are the components. Okay. So now I want to create component. So how could I create? So first I want to create the component name called digital. Okay. So yesterday session we created the component called vision. And today also I created a component called digital. I am giving the name like as the digital. So after once you completed like these components, you can try with your own components. And all. So initial time, what I am saying, you have to practice same thing. So after that, once you completed assignments and all, you have to practice your own way. Okay. Initial time, what I am saying, you have to do same thing. Okay. So digital component, so what I am doing here, for example, uh, we'll try to understand how the structure will be there and all. For example, if I go with the hello world component, and if you guys please see here, so hello world is the folder, and inside again we have the secure dialog folder, and there are two dot content dot xml files will be there. So one is the when you open uh, the main hello world folder. So initially you will get the dot content.xml. So this I can open, and then we'll see and how they design and all. If you can open, I am opening with VS Code. See here, there are, this is common, this is the base router. Okay, this is called parent router. After this, these all are properties. Last session we discussed about JSR title and the component group, and this is what type of. So generally in AEM, everything in the format of nodes, its behavior completely depends on its primary type. For example, this is what CQ component, right? If I mention this one as some folder, empty folder, then it will behave like as empty folder. Now what is this? Now this will behave like as the empty folder. In AEM, everything, our data will be stored in the, I would say initially in AEM, our data will be stored in the format of nodes. Nodes behavior completely, it depends on properties. It depends on JCR primary type. Okay, if I mention as component, then the node will behave like as the component. If I mention empty folder, then it will be act like as the folder. If I mention DAM, it will be act like as the DAM. Okay, okay, fine. Now, what my requirement is, I want to. This is the parent dot content.xml, and again, I would like to go to CRXT. I mean, I would like to go to CQ dialog. I'm opening the CQ dialog, and in this CQ dialog, I'm opening this one. VS Code. See here, our node structure will be there. This is the node structure actually. Content items and again column item and text. So this we can design from scratch, but as of now we are trying to understand this hello world component. This is already available, and we are trying to understand like how they are doing the folder structure and all that we are trying to understand. Okay. One second, guys. Hello. Hello. Now coming to the components. Now my requirement is I want to create my own component. So if you can see here, hello world is the predefined one. So inside the hello world folder, there we have the CQ dialog, and there is a .content.xml and a hello world.html. And if I open that CQ dialog, and inside there we have .content.xml. Okay, same way I want to create my own component by using code base. So this is the one approach to create the component. So what I want to do, so first I need to create one folder, right? Yes, simply go select on the new, mention a file, I would say component name, digital, and okay, and inside digital, uh, I need to mention what dot html file. Dot html file I need to keep. There are three things I need to keep. SQL dialog dot html file. Next one is content.xml file. I need to take some document, and here I can mention like as digital dot html file. Okay, and again I need to create one more folder that I need to mention dialog. Dialog. Okay, two folders I created. One is the digital and digital.html and a CQ colon dialog. And we need a dot content.xml, right? So for that dot content.xml, we need parent path. So for that, what I am doing, I will go with any predefined component. So which is already available. For example, I am going with the sharing component, and simply I am copying that one. Simply I am copy that one, and I am coming to digital and I am keeping inside the digital folder. Simply I am doing this one. So I hope you guys, everybody is clear what I did actually. Okay, so simply I created digital folder, and inside I kept a CQ colon dialog and dot content.xml. This I copied from existing one. So that simply I copied from there and then I kept inside this one. Okay. And this is the normal digital.html. Whatever the folder name I given. So the folder name and file name should be the same. Okay. I am opening this dot content.xml. This I would like to open. There is a VS code, and in that uh, this is social media sharing, right? But in my case my component name is what? Digital. So I am changing to digital. Okay. And there we have the string resource super type also, that is also no need, that is also no need. Next one is, yeah, that's it. So simply what I did, I changed the component name. That's it. I made the only two changes. One is JSON title, and there is another one that is string resource super type. That is no need as of now. So that is the two things I changed in the dot content dot xml. So simply I am saving this one and go inside dialog. So in dialog also there is nothing. So as of now dialog also what I am doing, simply I am copied from the existing one. I would like to go to hello world component. Simply I am copying from there and then simply can do the copy, and now go to your component of digital, go inside and please keep inside of that dialog. So see, and this project I need to deploy. I need to open my AIM instance and then I will show you before deployment and after deployment. You will get the clarity. Okay. Like to open my AIM instance. So this is the recommended way, guys. So compared to CRST, this is the recommended approach. Because so coming days, I would say, when you enter into the new project, so project we will maintain huge data, and you need to take the huge data from user as well. So if you want to build the complex widgets, meaning complex dialogues, so through CRST is not possible. You can do using code base one. Okay, so this is the recommended approach. So everybody, you have to habituated with this approach. Dot content dot xml. Once I can do the deployment, you can go to your code base, and there itself you can open command prompt and do the build. What is the build command? Maven clean install -p auto install single package. This is the build command. Okay. So up to now, anyone have any queries? The same thing, component creation we done in the last year, that is using CRST. Same component creation I am doing using code base. Okay, same thing. So now I would open my AIM instance and then my project I am doing the deployment, and go to your sites open with any page. For example, if I go with EN page, I am trying to build the EN page, and now if I am trying to look the digital component, you can see digital component is coming. Okay, like the deployment done. So this is the digital component. Are you guys clear with my statements? What I'm saying? I will show you one more thing. JCR root, apps, August batch, components, and this is the digital component. And so simply I can do the copy, and then again I can do the paste, and here I can change to other name, that is Apple. Okay, Apple is the component, and I am going inside, and then here I am changing to apple.html. Apple.html. So if you can come to here, is there any Apple component? So where you can check the all components, you can check in the CRXT. Go to CRXT and go to your apps and go to your product, that is August batch. This is the your product, and go to components and look with the, is there any Apple component? No. Now you should do the deployment apple.html. Now you can do the deployment. Okay, so simply again I am doing the deployment maven initial, and then I am doing the deployment. So before deployment there is no Apple component. There is no Apple component. Now I am doing the deployment, and then we'll see how the component is coming or not. You can check that one. Done. Now go to your CRXT, reload the CRXT, and look, go with the apps, and then your AM August batch, and then see coming or not. Yes, right. Okay. Now this is, I am changing to Apple. Simply I am saving this one, and here also I try to add some content, which is something, this is some dummy message. Simply I am going with the en page, and I am trying to add the component. You can reload the page. When you reload, it can fetch the latest data of that component. Okay, go to drag here, click on this, there is a drag here option, and then you can look for the Apple component. So see here, this is coming or not. So this component I completely designed by using code base, right? So last session what I did actually, I created the component using CRST. Today what I did the component by using code base. Okay. Now if I try to open the dialog, this is the component, that is Apple component. And if I try to open the dialog, you can see here how the dialog is coming. The dialog is coming like this. If I go with the dialog of that component, dialog and content items and columns items, and the node structure it has like this. I don't want like this. I want to do some manipulations. So simply I will go to my component called Apple component. So simply I will go to Apple component. This is the Apple component, and I am going with the Apple component dot content dot xml. Okay. Simply I am opening this one. Open with VS Code, and here under the items, what I am doing, this stuff I am removing. Okay, you can check the hierarchy of it. Items. Okay, and there are these two are also unnecessary. Yeah, now you can see here dialog and content and items. So after these items, what I am doing, I am adding Raju, and I'm adding Raju, and Raju parallel we have, I'm adding some Rani. Okay, so inside Raju I'm trying to add two more persons, that is I would say some Ravi, oh, I would say, and parallel to Ravi there is a Madhu. Okay, so simply you guys can please observe. So all nodes should be the empty and structure, and Raju and Rani they both are parallel, and I'm saving this one, and Ravi is also, Ravi and Madhu is the parallel. So simply I am designing the dialog like this. Now I can do the deployment again, and then we'll see the dialog node structure how it will be coming now. Maven clean install, I would say -p auto install single package. So please do the build. This is previously dialog, this one like this. If I go to this one, this is previous dialog. Okay, now I made some changes in the .content.xml, and again I am doing the deployment. So after deployment, we'll see how it will affect to the dialog. Okay. So build success. Again I am going to the CRXT, and then again I am trying to open the CRXT. So if I open the Apple dialog, you guys can please closely observe dialog, content, items. Under this, see, there is a Raju and Rani. There is a Raju and Rani. And if I open the Raju, again there is a Ravi and Madhu. There is a Ravi and Madhu. Are you guys got it? So generally, we can do dialogues. We can design the dialogue based on the requirement. Okay, based on the requirement, you can design the dialogue. And these node names, you can give anything. You can give anything. Okay. So I hope this is clear, everyone, right? So today you guys learned about how to create component using code base. How to create component using code base. What I did actually, I created one folder. Inside that folder, I kept there are three things. One is secure dialog. Second one is .html file. Third one is .content.xml. Again, inside the CQ dialog, again, I kept .content.xml. Okay. So inside this dot content.xml, it can hold the dialog nodes. It can hold the dialog nodes where I would go to my this is the dialog. Inside this dialog, whatever I kept dot content.xml, it can hold all the node structure related to the dialog. And in the Apple, there is a dot content.xml. It can hold the dialog node structure of that component, meaning the properties, whatever the properties we add, text area, number field, date field, colors, these kind of things I want. So in that case, you have to design the dialog. You have to design the dialog. Okay, so simply what I am doing, I am doing the dialog using code base. So simply you can come to here, and inside this, under the item, I want to take, there is a called uh, text text field. So this JSR primary type is this one, JSR primary type. So simply you can paste this one, and so after this you can, in the component and dialog, there are two important things you have to understand, guys. What are the two important things? Two important properties. The two important properties are called string colon resource type, and next one is string resource super type. The purpose of string resource type, which is used to establish the connection between, which is used to establish the relation. Relation is nothing but inheritance, guys. Content node and component. So in Java we have the concept called, that is inheritance. Two components, component to component, component to component, component to component. Okay, now what we can do, we can design dialog. So for designing any dialog, there are three mandatory nodes we have. First one is the content, and under that you have to take the items. First one is the dialog. CQ dialog is the content node, and after that you have to take the content, under that items. So for designing any dialog, these three are mandatory nodes, guys. Okay, these three are mandatory nodes. After these three nodes, we can design dialog our own. For example, here I would like to come. I'm keeping text. I'm keeping text. Guys, no structure is important. Okay, you have to check every time like this where we are writing and all. Okay, under the items I am keeping text. Okay, so when I deploy this one, I can able to get only one, I can able to get only one text field. And here also I am changing to only one text field. And here also I am changing to granite ua coral foundation container. Now here I mentioned as property what, sling resource type, which means property what, sling resource type, which means I am inheriting the properties from component to content node. This is the content node. So how I am saying this is content node? If any node contains empty unstructured, then that is content node. Okay, this content node is inheriting the properties from this component. there is a container. Container is the predefined component. Who provided to us? Adobe team. Adobe team, they already implemented a few of the components. Okay, so container is the predefined component. From that, I am inheriting the properties from there to here. So how could I inherit the properties? There is a, I need to add the property that is called string resource super type, string resource type. And same way, this is what texta. Text also we have the same JSR primary type, anti-unstructured, and here also field label. I am changing to some description. Okay, so this is nothing but in HTML there is a forms concept. Okay, if you guys aware of it, so here I am doing only HTML forms concept. Okay, I am nothing special here. So I am doing HTML forms concept. If you know like how to design the text box, okay, and the number field, date, ticker, these already okay. These all are HTML concepts only I am saying. Okay, text area, and now I want to take some number field as well. So simply I am doing the copy and same node structure, and then I am mentioning here also I would like to mention their number field. Number. So simply I am saving this one. So there are three fields I added. Text area. This is number field, right? I am changing to number. I am changing to number. Simply I am saving this one. Text area, number. Content, items, text area, number. You have to check hierarchy as well. So there are number of fields actually we have, and simply if you can copy this one, and then you can go to any Chrome, you will get the document of it. So this is the document. Time net is slow. How to check the net? Build a success. Now try to go with my AIM instance. I would like to go here, reload the page, go with the component, that is article component. There is a component called article, right? Go to the content view, and there is a article, right? You have to access the component on the page. There is a apple, right? Apple component is not showing. You have to cross verify the backend. This is the apple. The dialog of this one is apple, right? Save this one. You can go and then number field, items, content. This is the hierarchy of content. Under the content we kept items. Under the items we kept, there are three fields, text and text area, and these all the things we kept this one, right? Now come to normal code base and then you can verify the node structure, everything. Apple, there is a apple, and apple, go to inside, open this dot content.xml, open with this one. Okay, yeah, I got it, this one. So here I think we given as the digital. So that is the thing, whenever we are trying to look with that, the name is not apple. So simply you can change this one, and here also can try to call for the digital. So if you try to call the digital, there will, you will get the two names. We don't want two names, so in that case you can change to apple, and then now again do the deployment. Now you can able to get the apple component on the page. So like this, you have to do every step, and you have to check in the every instance. Okay, I hope you guys are clear with my statements, what I'm saying. Done, right? Go to here, reload the page, and look for the apple component. Right click on it, and there is a component apple. Click on this, and now you can try to open the dialog of that. Okay, so see here, the dialog is which we designed like this. But previous case, when you open the dialog, you can able to see only one text field. Okay, now there are three fields. One is the text, second one is the description, third one is the number. Third one is the number. Number, it is showing description because we not change here. When I go change that one as well. For example, if I go to the Apple and go to dialog and open .content.xml, open with VS Code, and in the, see here, I mentioned only description. So that is the reason it is showing as the description. I want to change into number. Now if I deploy this one, that number will be displayed there. Okay, fine. This is also okay. Now I am trying to give the values. The values I am trying to give, that is the Hindu newspaper. The Hindu, this is the title, and about Hindu, and which I am giving. Okay, so when I am trying to give the values, it is not taking the values. I want to read the values, whatever the user. Generally, when I open the dialog, so here I am giving the values. So I want to read that values, those values I want to display on the page. So for that, you need to write HTML code. So simply you should open the CRXT, go to that Apple component, and then open the dialog of that. Open dialog, content, items, text area, and there is a property called text right. You have to read those properties. So there is an expression called slightly, and then mention proper text, and the same way I want to read other values as well. Like, I want to read other values as well, that actually like properties dot, there is a text area, right? That also I'm writing like this, text area, and coming to here, there is a properties dot, there is a number. Go to the page, reload the page, Now you can see here the values are coming or not. Yes, coming. Dialog dot properties. I'm able to read. I'm able to read. Okay, so this is one approach to read. Okay, so this is one approach to read, but this is hard coding to read the values. Those values you can read by using string models. Okay, so what is string model and how we can read the value? Can see the coming sessions. So as of now, today what you guys will do, you can create one component using code base and try to take multiple other fields as well. There is a document, guys. So if you go to the this one, you will get the complete document of all the. This is loading very slow in my case. The net is slow in case. This is the document. This is not loading actually. So there we will have the all complete fields. What are the fields which are using? All the fields are available in that document. Okay, you have to go that one, and then you have to design the dialog that you can deploy, and then you have to author the values. Authoring values also should be displayed on the page. This is the thing you have to do the that one, and then you can share that screenshot in the